from the studios of Real Life Matters with your incredible host, DBoss, as she brings you entertainment, fashion, music, and interviews right here live at Real Life Matters. And here we go. Sit back and relax, cause we good to go. And we about to hit you off with the TV show. And we keeping it live, and we keep it brand new. And now we about to hit you with the interview. Yeah, we keeping it real, and we put it on the platter. What we talking about? Real Life Matters. Certified, never taking a loss. And here's your host, DBoss.
Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. And, of course, I'm your host, DBoss, and I'm just welcoming everybody. You know, we're getting ready into the holiday season, so everybody's getting ready to be in that. And I'm just so happy for that. I'm also making sure that everybody can do their 15 minutes or more of laughing. And, you know, that's all good for your soul. It's also good for everybody that can do it. All your family members can do it. It's free. It's good for the soul. It lowers your blood pressure. It lowers all the things that you actually, you know, can do. Your abs. Yeah, it you know, reduce your abs, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop going to the gym or anything like that. So you can have to still continue to go to the gym for people that have a little bit more extra abs than others. But today we have somebody that's been here. He's part of the Real Life Matters family. And he's been on here several times before, and he's been on the show. And he's a producer. He's a Grammy-nominated hip-hop artist, and he's evolved into now producing films, movies, and all the above. So we're going to find out about him, and we also have some of the cast members in his new feature film, Tony. It's a crime series. So let's get right into it here with Michael J. Stevens, Mikey J, as people will know him as, and some of the other cast members that are here.
Hi.
Y'all gonna stop messing up my name, man.
Michael J. What it's supposed to be? Michael J.
Stephen Paul.
My mother, who was a Native American Tobagan American, named me Michael Stephen Paul Jones.
Jones also?
That's my last name, man.
I didn't even know your last name was Jones.
Why y'all go? we can't speak the dialect because they don't understand. Maybe Yogi might.
Listen, you don't be going by that, because some people do travel and some people do understand it.
I do. I understand.
I just text Yogi. Yo.
Yeah. I'm here.
All right.
Hey, Yogi. How are you?
That's great.
So, Yolanda, thanks for joining us.
And then you got somebody else here, John Garcia.
John Garcia.
Big chicken. There we go.
Chicken.
Hello.
Hey, John.
How you
better
doing?
Put some light behind you. You're a ghost. There you go.
You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We weren't seeing you.
How you doing, everybody?
Good.
God bless y'all.
John.
I didn't know. It's my first time doing this, so I don't know if you can hear me or see me. I'm sorry.
We can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you.
All right.
Just keep the background noise off, whatever it is.
Okay.
So, Ms. DBoss,
go ahead. Tony.
I chose these people, these particular individuals here, because of their mannerisms, their etiquette, and their roles within the series.
Okay.
And these are the people that I trust. Outside a few people that's not here to do this. And Mr. Charlie Rock is coming back in as well.
Oh, okay. We'll look and see when he comes out. But here at Real Life Matters, we like to know where people's background is and where they come from. So, well, we already know, you said it already. You didn't even wait. Michael Stephen Paul, Michael J. Okay. Did we get that all right? you've been here before, so people know you. So you know, if you messed up with the last name, we can flow with that one. You know what I mean? So, all right, it's okay. All right, so Michelle White, tell us what role you play and where your background is.
Hi, my name is Michelle White. My role is Phoenix Beaumont, aka Miss B. My background, I'm originally from the Bronx, the boogie down, as they say. And basically, I started out with humble beginnings. I was born in the Bronx, and my grandmother had a soul food restaurant in Harlem, and I used to go down there and just kind of, you know, I got introduced to like the drug scene and all of that stuff, because Harlem back in the days, like the 70s and the 80s and all of that, was nothing but concentrated drugs and heroin, and you see people overdosing. I was a little kid. You would see people overdosing and different things like that. And so, I grew up in the Nicky Barnes era and all of that stuff. So, those were like notorious times. So I basically, from there, I started out in fashion industries. High school, went to FIT after that, after I graduated from fashion industries, went to Fashion Institute of Technology. From there, I ended up having life happens. I had my daughter, and I
What
was
you
a
said,
single.
life happens.
Yeah, I mean, life happens.
That's part of it, right?
Yeah, I basically, I was a single parent. My daughter's father was a gangster, and he was always back and forth in jail, and so I always had to, like, just be independent and do things for myself. And so I basically took care of my daughter. I worked my ass off. Oh, was I supposed to
That's
say
okay. That's
okay, no, but I did.
prime time night.
I diligently worked my tail off like a government mule to support my daughter, and and that's what it was. Um, I I had my hands. I tried my hands in different things. I'm like a Jill of all trades. So I ended up getting into real estate. I was a real estate broker on Wall Street. I tried to get into the fashion industry at the time, but there was other things that were going on that didn't allow me to get in the industry. There was a lot of how can I say, broken wrist people
Okay.
that just kind of prevented me from actually getting into the industry. And so I tried my hand in other things, and I was in Malcolm X. That was my first actual debut acting role, was Malcolm X in 1992 with Spike Lee. And I had the pleasure of working with Denzel Washington as well as Angela Bassett. I played 3 roles in that particular film. And from there, I just started doing like movie extra parts, like Spin City. I was a casino gambler with Spin City. I worked with this lady. I don't know if you remember the lady that used to say, "Where's the beef?"
Yes.
Yeah, so I worked with her. She was like one of my supporting actresses at the time, and we did the scene in Scenario in Atlantic City, and I had little roles here and there. Fast forward, I say about 15 years forward, about 8 years ago, I had the pleasure of actually doing filming. It was a documentary for Black Friday, which is a film that a gentleman by the name of Rick Mathis, he directed and produced, and basically was generally talking about us, you know, us Black Americans, how on Black Friday we spend so much money that, you know, other people that are in power, they basically live, we're like liquid gold to them. And so, yeah, so basically, it was a documentary about that. And I learned so much that, I'm 62 years old now, but I've learned so much to, I actually got shell shocked, put it to you that way. Didn't know that all that time when I was working in Wall Street, I'm passing signs with slave market. They literally have them there. We're in 2025 and they still have these signs saying that, we were actually sold for, from the, on the black market, on the stock market and on Wall Street. And so during our filming, we saw the post where they put the wall. So George Washington, which was the actual first president, he the slaves that came from Africa, they ported in South Street Seaport. And so when they were pulling the people off the ships and whatnot and putting them on the stock market and whatnot, the stench from them being on the ships for like 2-3 months, George Washington said, "Oh, build a wall." So that's how Wall Street became,
Oh,
in
okay.
existence, because he wanted to hide the smell. So he figured building a wall out of cobblestone would actually, keep that stench away from, where his office was. And so, yeah, the filming was really deep. Ended up, going on the African burial grounds and just kind of learning about our culture and our history. And it was just so shocking and traumatizing at that time, because I never knew that the extent of, the things that we, our ancestors had, gone through.
So you're very
We were,
fortunate. You're one of the fortunate ones that can actually come into this.
yeah, well, here's the thing. So the thing is that, I never knew, the things that I was taught in school is a big lie. Everything. I get to be in my late 50s, early 60s to really be enlightened about what's really, really going on. I grew up all of those years thinking that Christopher Columbus discovered America and the this and the that. And all of that stuff is a big lie, So, again, that was just basically one of the films that I actually filmed in. And then fast forward, here I am, 2025, filming top of New York, Tony, with my godson, Mikey Stephen Paul. And it's an amazing series. And the role that I play is Phoenix Beaumont, which is AKA Miss B. And she's basically a queen pin that she has a soft heart, but with her family, her daughter and her private life. But on the surface, on the outside, on the streets, she's a gangster. She's not to be played with. And I can solely relate to that as well. I wasn't a queen pin per se, but I knew people, my whole circumference and my whole circle when I grew up. I'm a B girl slash fly girl. Started the hip hop at a very early age. 1977 was when I got introduced to hip hop. So that was basically like my first year in high school. And fast forward, we, like Biggie says, we never thought that hip hop would take it this far. And I'm grateful to God that I'm still here to actually see my girl Sha Rock, that I knew when I was like 13, 14 years old, literally killing it now. never thought that, because we did it as a hobby. We used to spin on the floor and break dance and do all of those things. We did all of those things as a hobby. And so, now fast forward, it's good to see um, my good brother, Charlie Rock, as well. He's a Zulu King. That all of us started around that time, maybe even earlier. Charlie got 1 or 2 years over me, but for the most part, that was a culture that was birthed, and we never thought that it would take it this far, to the point where Rocky Bucano, which is a DJ that we used to frequent down in the valley, uptown in the Bronx. He used to DJ, and amongst others that, we got Grandmaster Flash and Africa Bambaataa
Yes.
and all of those. But for the most part, Rocky, he's the CEO of the hip hop museum that's going to be actually um, opening here next year in
Okay.
2026. And so he's given me also the pleasure to actually become a board advisor. So I've been a board advisor since about 2015,
Okay.
with the particular museum and everything. And so that's basically, how I ended up from there, just the journey of just, staying in my lane and getting into fashion. And then
Okay.
Michael Stephen Paul's mom was one of my very good friends, and connected with him because she was so proud of him and talked about him so much. And yeah, so basically I was just so honored for him to actually bring me on board for the particular casting.
Okay. Well, thank you, Michelle, for that.
Hmm.
Okay. Tracy Harris, tell us your role and where your background.
Hi, I play District Attorney Laurent in top of New York. My background, my father's Cherokee Indian and European. My mother is Creole, French, and African American, and a little Asian. I've never acted before, but to get myself out of trouble, I can identify with the character that I have because she's strong and she can really be very tough. And that's the way I was raised. I dropped out of school 20 years later. I went to get my uh, I got my GED before I was supposed to graduate it. 20 years later, I went to school and got degree. I became a social therapist with juveniles in Children's Village. Then
Wow.
I went and worked with the HIV/AIDS population. From there, I went to YAI and worked with the mentally retarded, severe, profound. And I found my destiny with the mentally ill, which I ran a mental health residence for quite a few years. I modeled many moons ago with the first Black model, that Dorothea Towles, who was allowed to model in the European countries. So I was under her wing when I modeled for the NAACP, and she taught us how to pivot and everything included with modeling. Right now, I do a little housekeeping business and I try to keep myself busy. I ended up on top of New York by going to a trailer release party with a friend of mine that was in the cast. And it was amazing, something I've never been to anything like that. But I met the producer, which is Mikey, and I went up to him and he says, "Wow, you look good. How come you're not in any of my films?" And I said, "That's what I'm coming to talk to you about." So right then and there, he said, "I want you on set." And he was give his wife my information. And I was amazed. And I've had a long drug history. I'm a 18-year crack user, 21 years clean from that. Rape at 11, domestic violence, a child of DV, a survivor of DV, and I like the character because I can be tough, and that's who I am, and I get a chance to bring a part of me that never came out
Okay.
recently. It's been a long time, and a part of myself that I can bring to the movie where I say I am Tony because I am a part of Tony, and I
Ah,
actually feel that I am Tony.
okay.
And I like to thank Mikey. He's an amazing producer, amazing writer. I have a special favorite scene that I love with the character ROXXIE and Miss B and Billy Black, and I love that. And what I find that it teaches people, like, I mean, everybody has a little street life in them and knowledgeable of it, drugs, etc., crime. And to every action, there is a reaction, and there are crucial factors where you can be incarcerated for a lifetime or whatever you choose to be if it's not positive. But that's the way it was back in the streets in the 70s in the South Bronx, especially
Okay.
during the blackout. I was in the Bronx during
Oh
the
yeah.
blackout and I was petrified. I said, I
All
never
right.
want to come back here again and live there for 20 years. But I think Mikey is an amazing series. The cast, we learn from each other. Like here we are. I'm new. I've never come. Mikey teaches me to deliver something, a certain cadence. Michelle, we learn from each other. So I believe each one teach one, and we're really doing a good job for one common purpose is to
All
make
right.
Top of New York a success. And thank you, Mikey.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right. Yogi, tell us where you come from and your background and what role you play in Tony.
Okay. Well, my name is Yolanda Garland, also known as Young Grade. Tag that. I play Melanie St. Jean. She is a ratchet Jamaican.
I never heard that.
She said she's wretched.
That's a good one.
You are too funny, Yogi.
I,
I gotta call somebody
You are
that.
so funny.
Oh,
That's cute.
everybody,
That's so cute. And you do a damn good job too.
thank you. But I love my father. I have to say, my father actually watched me do a scene not too long ago, and my father's, on the older side, of course. So he watched the scene and he saw me cursing up a storm, and he looked at me and looked at the phone and he said, "You didn't have no problem getting the scene, did you?" Just not at all. I was like, "Oh," he was like,
Nope. She just blended right in. You hear me? It's like she just bodied the role.
"Yeah, thank you. I'm
ratchet
originally."
American. I gotta call.
Thank you.
All
Ratchet
right.
American, right? That's funny.
Yep.
That's
I'm
a good one.
That
Yep.
is a good one.
Yeah, I'm from Rockland County, from Spring Valley, New York. So yeah, so pretty much those streets are just it is what it is. So like I said, I had no problem getting into this role. I currently back in the day also I used to do all the MTV shows, the direct back, the 106 in Park. I did a lot of that. I stayed.
Wow.
Yeah, I did a lot.
My glasses on. Look at you good.
Yeah. I learned a lot of talk show hosting and different like that from a CEO that back in the day. His name was Kiev Campbell. They nicknamed XL. He was pretty big in the industry. He taught me a lot. Currently I am with Hip Hop Forever. What we do is basically we go around and do celebrities. I recently interviewed IE and his wife Coco. I interviewed Tretch from Naughty by Nature. I interviewed Ghostface Killer, MC from Nice and Smooth, back in the day rapper. So basically, I do that also with productions. That's with the legendary Jay Superior. We built our production with that. So basically, we give shows, we give parties, different things like that. We have different artists come perform. Well, we are collaborating with Rowdy Punch Vodka. So I have my Rowdy Punch Vodka liquor right now. Yeah, I have watermelon. We're doing the Rowdy Punch remix right now. Basically as well, meeting Mikey was kind of funny. Basically my Deborah Carter, that the CEO of Forever, and I'm the co-host. We were at one of our events. We were acting crazy videoing, and Mikey saw the video and he wrote, "Who is that?" I basically said, "I have to have her." And Debbie was like, "Oh, that's my friend. She's crazy. She's a comedian." Basically, she should have been a comedian. And he contacted me, and from then on, I was on Top of New York. And like I said, I play the Ratchet American. I love it one half the other way. And basically, that's it. I have 2 adult children, 32 and 27, and I have a 6-year-old grandson around. And I'm just laid back person. Maybe not the way, but that's it. I'm just laid back. I do a lot. I work a lot. I'm on the go 24/7. So
Oh my gosh.
24/7.
I look at Mikey's agreeing with, he's certifying it here.
He knows. He knows 24/7. Catch a break.
Okay. All right. John Garcia.
Big Chicken.
There he is.
Hello, my name is John Garcia. I play the role of Big Chicken in Top of New York. You know, when it comes to the film Top of New York, the related characteristics that I have with the character Big Chicken is all the engagement in the streets, drugs, violence, and money. I lost one of my parents, but it wasn't like in the movie film, like I lost my dad in the movie. I lost my mom instead. But my grandma did such a wonderful job playing both roles. She was always caring, giving, supportive, like how my mom in the movie was. But I chose me as a hardhead, and I'm sure plenty of people could relate to this. Ignore all she had to give me, and all the gifts, all the support, all the care, and I basically fell off. But I was born in the Bronx, but raised in Broward County, Florida, where I lived for 23 years, and came back to New York and ended up taking the opportunity of doing something that I never did before, which was acting, filming.
Wow.
And my first opportunity and first chance was Top of New York, Tony. And me and the the owner, Mikey J, have a family side. He knew my family for such a long time. He knew my mom, he knew my uncle, and he, introduced me to this, and I said, sure, why not? At first it was very hard. It was a battle. But once I fell in love with my character and started relating on what I have with my character, I fell in love with it. So as a first timer, I say it's like anything, like riding a bike. Anything like your first time is going to be challenging, but you just got to endure it. And that's all I
Oh,
have to say. Thank you for letting me speak. God bless y'all. And like I said, my name is John Garcia. I play the role Big Chicken.
Big Chicken. All
Good
right.
job. Big Chicken.
Okay. We're gonna let TIARA, aka Lola, because we know You're working. So just tell us your background, where
Listen.
you come from.
Okay. Well, I did already do my background. Brooklyn, New York. Not raised there, raised in the South. My mother died. Passed away when she was 7. I grew up in a crack pandemic or whatever. My dad moved me from New York. He wanted a better life for me. He didn't want me growing up in Brooklyn. But like I was saying earlier, I had the opportunity to work with Mikey through a friend of mine, an actress friend of mine. And ever since I've been working with him in a cast, it's just been amazing. We do our weekly meetings, and I've never had a role this big before. And everybody we're all working together, and they encourage me. I'm watching Tracy, Big Chicken, Lady B, the lady with the gray shirt. I can't really see because my screen is so small, but I always tell Mikey it's a
Yogi.
pleasure. Yogi, I'm sorry, my apologies.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
a pleasure working with Mikey. He's a musical genius and he's an amazing writer. And I don't think that he gets enough how do people say the flowers, but I'm looking for another word for it. Um but yeah, Mikey, thank you
Recognition.
for the opportunity. Yeah. Um, yeah, all my cast members is amazing to work with just like Big Chick say, it was hard at first. I had major anxiety starting off, but the more I practice, the more I get in the character. I know for sure I could fill different roles now. Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Mikey. Thank
Well,
you everybody else as well.
all right. Well, thank you for coming on and telling us your story. Okay. Charlie Rock, aka O Ball.
Cholly.
Was he there?
He was. He definitely
Oh,
was.
okay. Well, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see.
Cue ball.
Cue Ball.
You said O ball. Cue ball.
All of these names, I'm telling you, it's just gonna. I'm gonna throw it down. All y'all that these people from New York, New York, New York, New York.
So nice.
I
You
love
gotta
it
say
though.
it twice.
You got it's maybe the third time, New York. All right. Well, I don't know what happened to him. Cue Ball, are you there? Okay. Well, I guess he'll come back. He'll come back. Well, Mikey, you there? He on the phone. Don't tell
But
me he talking. This is real life matters. You hear?
Real
Yeah,
life matter.
I'm here. I'm
Yes,
here.
Real life matters.
it is. It's real.
I'm here.
Life be life and
Yeah.
Black Lives Matters birthed from my show, Real Life Matters. So they called me to take the name. So I'm
hey.
letting them know. I said that's okay as
Oxtails.
long as you have
Oxtails
nothing to
matter.
do. Huh? What you said?
No matter
Oxtails
where
matter.
you go, you always be talking about these oxtails, man. There ain't enough. There's not enough
Oxtails.
oxes for the amount of oxtails this guy
They
consumes.
trust me, they
Okay.
got enough oxtail because people eat that all over. All right. Well, I don't know what happened to Charlie, your boy there, Charlie, but anyway, he must have went missing. So can you tell us anything funny? What's the mission? What's the lesson behind the show, Michael?
So, um, the lesson actually starts with starts from the idea, and the idea came from the song Tony by Capone and Noriega, and featuring Tony Sunshine. That version is my favorite version because of the melody and how Tony did it. So I'm sitting in my car in the Bronx, and I'm listening to the song on my playlist I put together. And I'm like, why haven't anyone done anything with this song? Whether to make a movie called The Top of New York or TNY or TV show, TV series, web series. So I did research while I'm sitting in my car. I'm doing an extensive Google search. Then I did a Bing search. I did a Yahoo search. I used every search engine afforded to me to make sure that that title was available. I did a copyright search right there, and as well as a Writers Guild Association search and everything. So once I saw it free and clear, I registered the title. I sent the copyright out the next day. I trademarked it. I opened up a bank account under TONY with Wells Fargo. And I got all my eggs in one basket.
Excuse me.
But that same day, I came up with characters. I'm coming up with the idea of utilizing a lot of my past to make this thing happen. Because as much as a fan of Power that I am, Power is very embellished, very fantasy like. Because if I could get away with the things they do in Power, I wouldn't be on here with you right now. I'd probably be hustling, you know. So
Or
I want
birthing
to
the
make,
baby, or birthing the baby in the car.
yeah. So when when I know I'm gonna get to that, right? So when I'm watching Power, I'm like, that's this is a soap opera now. That's what it turned into. So I started writing and writing and writing. Big Chicken was actually the third character I created, and no one ever knew that. The first character was Enrique Cortez. The second character was um Carmen, and then the third character was Big Chicken. Those were the first three characters created in that whole scenario. And I can only think of the person that I promised that whatever I do, he'll be doing. And that's John. John Garcia playing Big Chicken. So now that I'm in the car, I was in the car for at least 8 hours. Like at
Mhm.
least 8 hours. And I'm sitting there, and like I said earlier, the irony is I conceived Tony in a car. That's the irony because in the 60s, the 50s, and 70s, people were conceiving kids in cars. And I conceived my child, Tony, in a vehicle.
Okay.
And henceforth, TONY was created, and now born. So
Okay.
I'm raising Tony, nurturing Tony just like a child. And
Okay.
these are the village. Lola. I'm going by character names. Lola, Big Chicken, District Attorney Laurent, Miss B, Streets, and Cue Ball. This is the village that's going to help me raise this child.
And cue ball is what? Because he didn't. What
Yeah,
does
he's
cue
not
ball
feeling too good. He just so Cue Ball is. You know what? I'm gonna let Miss B take this.
do? Okay.
What?
Who's
Cuba?
Cue Ball? Yeah.
Okay. Charlie Rock, aka Cue Ball. Charlie Rock is an original Zulu king from the Zulu nation, which was actually started from Africa Bambaataa from back in the days. And he also is academic student. Well, he attended Bronx High School of Science. And from there, well, cue ball. He plays cue ball in top of New York. He's actually my lieutenant from to me, Miss B, and he's one of my best friends in real life as well. I've known Charlie Rock since I was like 13 or 14 years old. I met him through my daughter's father, and they were both b-boys back in the days. My daughter's father was a gangster. You know, he was a stick-up kid and all of that stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, I was a single parent, but for the most part, yeah, Charlie
Okay.
Rock is, yeah, Charlie Rock. I brought him on to well, I introduced him to Mikey here last year, when Mikey had his one of his other films at the film festival, and I was attending there for the Black Spades documentary. You know, during the times when I grew up, you know, that they had a lot of gangs out, and Black Spades was one of them. Charlie Rock was also a member of that as well, and so that's basically his background of Charlie Rock,
All
aka
right.
Cue Ball.
All right. So mention something here funny that happened on set while you guys are
Oh, lots
while
of
you guys
things.
are
Got
filming.
There's no
streets.
isolated incident, you know.
Streets can
Anybody want
answer
to
that.
speak?
Wait.
Um,
Uh-oh.
Big Chicken can answer that.
Yeah,
And I think Tracy seen something too on set.
yeah.
Who want to go first?
I'll go.
Or wait, go ahead.
So this is my
No,
first
go
time
ahead,
filming.
baby.
Yeah, so this is my first time filming with Mikey. Tracy was there, and you got Jose there. So first of all, I only seen Tracy on camera. When I seen her, she got this big voice, and she had mother effer, I'ma F you up. Excuse my profaness, but I don't curse like they be talking about me like you need to get busy and curse they mother effing asses out. So that's one thing. But when
Mm-mm.
I see Miss Tracy, she's this little itty bitty thing like this tall with attitude. And Mikey says something smart to her. And she's like, fuck you, Mikey. I said, oh my God. That was funny to me. Maybe not to everybody else, but yeah, that was hilarious.
All right. All
Yeah.
right,
A little
Garcia. Let's
teeny
go.
lady, petite with a big voice and cursing
Wow.
Mikey out.
Are you gonna be fined for that?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's all
We're
love
at
though.
time.
It's
I'm at
all
prime
love.
time night.
Oh,
I'm at prime
good.
time night.
Thanks,
I'm good.
Lola.
Yeah, it's all love. I love it. I love my cast. Yeah.
Okay, Garcia.
Uh,
Where's Garcia?
right here.
Big
Okay,
Chicken.
tell us the funny moment.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was kind of funny. I say it was kind of like inspiring. Like, I was on set and like I said, I mentioned before, it's my first time filming and acting. And, I wanted to give up on myself. And, not that and Mikey was even, it was going to come down to the point where he wasn't going to let me go. Like he was going to full force. Like he wasn't going to let myself give up on myself just like that, just because I felt a negative impact or emotion or whatever. And I took that inspiring because I said, I told him, I told myself, like, no matter what you go through, no matter what thoughts, no negative, he was the one who put the light to my light bulb and made me today feel like this is a great passion. So I'm sorry I couldn't say anything funny, but
That's
I
okay.
took that very inspiring. That's all.
Okay. So who was the next one that had something that might?
I
Who
got a
was it?
funny story about Big Chicken. I got a few of them.
Okay, go ahead. He did your thing.
He wasn't expecting that smack in the back of his head from Detective Waters. yo, he was like, "What the? Yo, hold up!" Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh,
Yo,
wait, what's the next one, Mike?
um, Miss B was a funny story too because so Miss B showed up late one day, right? I don't know which day. It was a regular thing.
No, it wasn't. Don't play yourself.
What is it? So one time she showed up mad late. I was heated, right? And what is she? What do you think she does?
I don't know.
Can
Go
we be
sit down.
friends?
What?
You ever? She kept giving me that look like this. Can we be friends? I say, yeah, because it's like a little baby that got caught in the hand in the cookie jar, and then the little baby looked like, I'm sorry, mommy. Can we be friends? That's what she did. That's what she did. She stayed out of my way the rest of the year.
Okay. I guess you're on time then.
Yeah,
Streets,
man.
Yogi's character, Streets. I got a story, and it's the funniest. It's gonna be one of the funniest stories. So one day I'm filming Jose. No, I'm filming Bishop and Streets. Bella Ray's in the car. Jose comes over there
Oh
with no
God.
shoes on. It's like, yeah. Yo, Streets looked at him like, yo, who is this guy? Because they haven't met yet.
They didn't
And
meet yet.
oh
Wow.
my god, yo, y'all had to be there. Jose came over there like he just escaped from the asylum. And he was like, I'm Puerto Rican. I walk around with no shoes. What? Like, this is a lot of other stories, man. It's a lot of other stories, but
Uh,
off the rip,
But
man, I
that's
could take that
okay.
else.
So, okay. So before I get to where this can be seen um, and all that, I want to get if anybody wants to give any shout outs. We let Mickey J go last.
I actually, if it's okay, D boss, for the people that seen episode one already and who haven't even experienced themselves on the screen yet, or have seen themselves on the screen, if they could tell the people what they saw, how they felt about seeing it, and was it good or bad, I think that'd be kind of great, and then they can go out with the rest as you just asked.
Yeah. Well, they can do once you do that. But I want to know if anybody wants to give any shout outs. We could start. You can do the last because then you can tell everybody where they can see it and how they can go about it and get
Gotcha.
it. So you can okay. So who can go first is Tracy.
Just shouting everyone out, everyone in the world. God bless y'all, and come support us. Top of New York, TONY.
I thought she was gonna curse me out. I was waiting for it.
No,
I was waiting for it.
All right, and okay, let's go, Michelle.
yes.
Go shout outs. Any shout outs you want to give people who've helped your career? Anything?
No, I'm not. I don't clout chase.
Okay. All right. Okay,
You ain't
John
got no
Garcia.
shout outs?
No.
Nobody.
I'll give a shout out. It's fine. I'll give a shout out. Um, I'd like to give a shout out to first off God. That's always first and foremost. Most high. I'd also like to give a shout out to my partner, DJ Superior. It is going to be on December 18th. It's DMX Day. And then December 19th is DJ Superior Day. So we're going to be celebrating that. I like to give.
What happened to the sound?
I don't know. It's there.
Oh,
She's open.
okay.
Maybe she dropped her phone or something. Okay. All right. Anybody else that Yogi, are you finished? I'm giving a shout out. Or maybe she's doing okay. Tiara.
I want to give a shout out just to anybody that supports me and wants to see the growth. Any of my mentors that was there for me growing up, and just anybody just overall make me a better person and shine light positivity in my life. Y'all know who y'all are.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Garcia, if he's there. John Garcia.
I'd like to give a shout out to my higher power, like Yogi said, my friends, my family, and the whole Top of New York crew, including my uncle Mikey J. If it wasn't for you, this dream wouldn't shatter.
Wow, thanks, bro.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody I'm missing?
Um, no, not that I can
No, I
see.
got everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, Mike. What do you want to give a shout out? And you can tell us all where they can see it at and all that, all the jazz.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to give a shout out to the Most High, Jah, God, Allah. Um, Second shout out goes to Bella Ray, who's always there through thick and thin on them sets, traveling 10, 12 hours, flights or whatever. Um, Shout out to my cast, past, present, no matter where they came at in this stage of the series, they're still part of this. They're definitely making this happen. So big shout out to my cast, especially my season two cast. My season two cast, Yogi, um, everybody that's on here right now, Big Chicken, Lola, all of y'all, and everybody that's not on here. Um, Dope. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for taking this journey with me. And and my endeavors. I know I have your dreams in my hands. I'm responsible for them. But like I've always said, I'm gonna give you the best script that I can give y'all and put you on the right light, right angles. But I will never promise overnight success or Louis Gucci, Birkin bag, Fendi, Beamer, Benz, and Bentley money. So that's the most important thing for me is to make sure you guys are in the right position to excel. Um, but shout outs wise, that's
All
really
right.
about. Oh, shout out to my agents, to my management, to my punk ass lawyers. Um,
That's not good. That's not
listen,
good.
when I came out the group the first time, that was my lawyer on the phone. So I'm not real talk.
Shout
Um,
out to you, Miss DBoss, for having us here.
Big shout out to Miss D
Okay. Thank
Oh
you.
Boss.
yeah. Thank
Shout
you.
out to the
Yes,
Caribbean.
definitely. Thank you.
Shout out to the Caribbean. Shout out to Canada, Toronto. D Boss Networks, Miss D Boss herself. So Tony itself is really a great crime series. I'm very meticulous. I'm very critical of my own self and my own work, whether it's my music or my films or my TV series. I can honestly say that you will get your viewership worth when you watch season one, episode one of TONY. You will not be disappointed. We've been given two awards by the People's Film Festivals 2 years in a row. In 2023, I received the Filmmaker of the Year award because of TOY. That's a third award actually, and it's just although I don't look for the validation, just to be validated makes me feel good for my cast because my cast can take those validations and just run with them with the series. And it's a great series. You can see it on your Roku TV, your Fire TV, or your Fire Stick, and you type in BCS1. That stands for Black Child Studios. BCS1, Black Child Studios, and you're gonna see the Tony poster, and you get to see my other movies that's up there as well. Under that, you can also go to the Page One TV network as well and check out my Christmas film, a Christmas Lost, a Christmas Found, and Tony, Top of New York, a Michael Stephen Paul crime series will be up there. And listen, very, very important. About 10 years ago, somebody did a web series called Top of New York. It's very important when you Google it, when you search it, it's TONY, Top of New York, a Michael Stephen Paul crime series. That's very important when you're searching it. Even when you're searching my name, Mikey, not Mickey, Mikyjay. If Miss Tracy can do me the honor, being that she's seen the episode and give you experience of it,
Hey, I said,
Okay.
like I said, I had to watch it 3 times. I watched
Okay.
it 3 times because at first I was in the series and it was hard to give a biased opinion. So I had to watch it quite a few times. I thought it was dynamic. I thought the acting was really great. And to know the actors and see them now, like they did a fantastic job. Um, they had some scenes in there that was a little emotional. One of my favorite scenes was when a lawyer's son got shot in the street and the lawyer went out in the street screaming. And that was very touching to me. It's not, and it's not your average crime series time. It's an hour and 53 seconds, I believe. So it's really a good watch. And I can't say no more, but Mikey, you're a very talented guy. And like I said, the cast, I loved it. And
All
I'm just
right.
looking forward to everything else that comes with it. But it was
Thanks.
Well,
dynamic.
Hey Lola, didn't you see it too?
all right. Well, we can't. We got hers. We're gonna let the people. We're gonna let the people go out there and tell us what it is about it. You know, everybody's important to give the review. He wants the review. Wants a video review of it and in your comments. So you guys go to the website. You guys go out there, see it. You know, you have to pay for it. They're paying for it.
So for the next 3 days, which is started yesterday, they can watch it free of charge. Like I said, on Roku TV, Fire TV, or Fire Stick by way of the BCS1 app. That stands for Black Child Studios app. And they can also go to the Page TV1 network and check out my little Christmas film over there. So anybody that watches Tony tonight, tomorrow, and maybe even Friday morning, they can just go to BCS1, Black
Okay.
Child Studios on Roku and TV and Fire TV and Fire Stick.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to thank you, Mikey
And give
J.
it a
You know, we
rating.
always, huh?
I said, give it a rating. They can rate it as well.
Yes. Yes, they can give it a rating. I do want to thank all the crew, all the cast for coming here and sharing your journeys and your story, and it all matters to me. And you know, because it's your matter. And I do want to thank you guys. You guys are welcome to come back if you guys are in another film with Mikey J here, Michael Stephen Paul. He's you know, he's always welcome to come back, and I do wish you all the best of success in this film. To everybody,
Thank you.
so everybody, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
And thank
Thank
everybody for
you.
tuning in tonight, watching Real Life Matters here with
Good night.
Michael Stephen Paul and his cast of regards of Tony. So you guys get out there
Thank
and
you.
watch it. Good night and bye for now.
All right. Bye now.
All right, join us next time at Real Life Matters with your host DBoss as she bring you some more entertainment, fashion, music, and interviews right here on Real Life Matters. We got to go. Okay, that's it, we got to go. And we just hit you off with a TV show. And we kept it hot, and we kept it brand new. And we just hit you off with an interview. And we kept it real, and we put it on the platter. Talking about that real life matters. Certified, never taking a loss. And that was your host, DBoss.